Are you ready to review team numbers with me? All right, I have a 12 on my board, okay? And I also have a 10 frame on the side that we'll be using in just a bit. So, the number 12. Well, what is the number 12? When we are counting in a sequence, that means from 0, we go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? We pass through all the way through 10 to get to 11, 12. So it's within the counting sequence. We use this number quite often when we have to count. There are 12 months in the year, aren't there? 12 Days of Christmas, one of the famous story or songs that we sing around Christmas time. So anyway, this number 12 happens to be a teen number, okay? Let's look at this teen number. So 12, I'm going to show you or represent it using this 10 frame right here, and then we're going to talk about what that means, and we're also going to represent it in a couple other ways. So let's take that number 12 and fill in our 10 frame. Now, if you have a whiteboard marker or a pencil, I want you to go ahead and draw a 10 frame, okay? Push pause, and then when you're ready, push the play button, and you'll go ahead and be able to show this number 12 with me, okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and fill in mine. And I'm going to count aloud so that you can hear what the number is of each dot. If you want to go ahead and count with me, that'd be great. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I have shown what the number 12 looks like using a 10 frame. But there are also other ways we can represent this number. If you remember, there is base 10. Okay, so base 10 has the 10 rods and the ones that we've been practicing with. Let's go ahead and do that. This represents a rod of 10. Okay, you can draw the little squares across if you want, but I'm just going to draw the rod. And then, so that's 10. I still need 11 and 12. That's another way to show 12. Still, yet another way is using a drawing, right? So I'm going to draw a picture. I'm going to just draw something quick. Let me just draw. I'll draw open circles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I drew them all mixed together. I'm going to use my blue marker now to count 10 and circle that group of 10 so you can see where the group of 10 is. So here we go. I'm going to start right here. Actually, I'll start right here. Okay, so I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go around and count my 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you see I have my group of 10 in a circle. So I have a group of 10 here. I have a group of 10 here. I have a group of 10 here, right? Why do I have a group of 10? Because it's within the number 12, right? That's what you were thinking. So in my number 12, I have 10 and then I have 2 more, okay? In my number 12, I have 10 and I have 2 more, okay? So this 2 right here is in the ones place. As you can see, I have 2 ones that are not included in my 10 rod. I have 2 ones that are not included in my 10 frame. I have 2 ones that are not included in my group of 10. That is the ones place. I'm going to write ones above it so we remember. Okay, so that's the ones place. All right, what about the next spot over? It has a 1. What does that represent? Well, that is the tens place. The second spot over from the right is the tens place. And it says I have 1. So I have 1 10. Does my 10 frame show that? Yes, it does. I have 1 10 filled in my 10 frame, my 10 frame picture. Do I have one 10 in using base 10 model? Yes, I do. I have one 10 rod in my base 10 example, right? In my drawing, do I have one 10? Yes, I do. I have circled one group of 10. If I showed it to you in other ways, I would have a group of 10, okay? So that spot is called the tens place. Okay. Team numbers all have the ones place and the tens place. That's what makes them a team number. When they're a team number, the only thing that's going to change is the ones place. Okay. Let me show you an equation as well to show what how this 12 is made up. Okay. So using any one of these pictures, let me see which color I'm using first. I'll go ahead and use my blue. Using any one of these pictures, I can make an equation. I can write a number sentence. So I'm going to go ahead and use the first one. I have a group of 10 in my 10 frame, so that's what I'm going to write first. Okay, so I'm going to have 10 here. And I'm going to add these two, so plus, remember when we add, you're bringing two parts together. Okay, that's why we put the plus sign. It means and. This and that part. So my other part is 2. So I'm going to write a 2 here. Okay. 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2. What is that showing me? 12. 10 plus 2 is 12. I could count on, right? I could say, hey, look, there's a 10 frame all filled in. All right, let's start with 10. 10. What comes after? 11. What comes after that? 12. 10, 11, 12. My answer is 12. 10 plus 2 more equals 12. Does this also match? Yes, it does. This is 10, right? And here I have 2. 10 plus 2 gives me 12. What about this one? Well, I have 10 grouped, correct? And I have 2. 10 plus 2 gives me 12. So, thinking about a number bond now. If I have, let's say, I'll just do my 10 here and my 2 here. Those are the two parts. Bringing these two together, these two parts together give me 12. Right? 10 plus 2 gives me 12. So, I said the team numbers all have something similar in that the ones place is the spot that changes. Okay? With team numbers, our tens place doesn't change. We will always have one group of 10 for our team numbers. But the difference that we're going to have between the team numbers is the ones place. I have 12 up here, but let's say I add one more, okay? I'm just going to add one more. So let me go ahead and erase my 2, okay, because this is going to change, okay? I'm going to take off my 2, take off this, take off my 2. I'm still going to have 10. So you notice I'm leaving 10, right? Still going to have 10. I'm going to add one more to all my pictures. So I'm going to add one more here, like I just told you, okay? I'm going to add one more here, like I just told you that, and one more in my drawing as well. Okay, so now what number do I have? I don't have 12 anymore. I better get that off of there. I'm going to take off the 2. I still have one group of 10, right? I still have one group of 10. I still have one group of 10 in my 10 frame. I still have one 10 in my base 10 model. I still have one 10 in my drawing. And I still have one 10 as one of the parts in my number bond. But my ones has changed. Let's look at the picture together. And if you drew one yourself, good. Go ahead and look at yours. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 outside of my 10 frame. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 ones beside my 10 rod. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 outside of my group of 10 drawing. Okay, so the number that I have now is 3. Let's go ahead and plug that in. So I'm going to take back to my green marker. I'm writing a 3 underneath the ones place value. Why? Because I have 3 ones that are not in my group of 10. So here I have 10 now, and now I'm going to add that 3 into my equation. Okay, so 10 plus 3, which means over here in my number bond, I have 10 as one of the parts and 3 as the other part. What is 10 and 3 put together? Shall we count on? Okay, so I have 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3. I just said that in the say 10 way. But let's now do it in the counting on after 10 way. Ready? We'll use this one for that. 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that what you got? So 13 is my total. 13 is what number is displayed here in these different visuals. Okay, 13 is the answer to the equation 10 plus 3 equals 13. What changed? Did you notice? In my number up at the top, remember I started with 12, and I said we're going to change it. We're going to add one more. When we added one more to our pictures, the ones place changed. I had a 2 here in the ones place, and now I have a 3. Okay? Remember, the team members all have a group of 10. One group of 10. The one group of 10 always stays there. The part that changes is the ones place. What if I had another one? Do you know what the number would be? Let's show it. Okay, if you have a board still, I want you to show it in one of these drawings, okay, one of these ways. So now, I've got my eraser here somewhere. I'm going to change my 3. Take it off because it's not going to be 3. The ones place is going to have a different number there, a new number there. My tens place is still going to have 110. I'm still going to have 110. Okay, so I left that there. Let's go ahead and take off the 3 and the total. Okay, and over here, I don't need to erase my picture because I'm just adding one more again. Okay, I'm going to add one more again. This time I'm going to add it, and I'm going to use a blue so you can see that I'm adding another one. Okay, so I've added one more there. I'm going to add one more here, and I don't have to put them in a line. I'll just throw this one up right there. There we go. Out of sequence, out of the linear form. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to put one more there. What do I have? Let's check. Okay, so I have 10, and we're going to count on from 10. So after 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Remember, I knew this was a 10. I know this is a 10 frame. So I don't need to go counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. If there are 10 spots filled in, all we need to do is say 10. And then continue. Count on. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What about down here? What do we have there? We have a rod of 10, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What about here? I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I added one more and I got 14. So, where's my color? So 14 is what my total is. I have 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. So here, I'll keep on changing my colors. I have 4 ones. Okay? 10 plus 4 equals 14. Right? And over here, my number bond, I have 10, and the other part I had was 4, right? So if you take 2 parts, 10 and 4, 10 plus 4, 10 plus 4 equals 14. What if I had another one? What's going to change? Did you say the ones place? The ones place will change. If I add one more to my picture again, I'm going to have 5 over here, which is going to change the number of ones that I have. So it's not going to be 4 ones anymore. It will be 5, which will make it the number 15, right? Now, I want you to look at the numbers, the team numbers with me. So I'm going to erase my drawings. You can do this too, and we're going to write the team numbers now. Okay, let's go ahead and change. I'll use blue. How about that? Okay, so let's start with number 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, keep going, 16, make sure you have a big space in between them so that you can see where the number starts and finishes. 16, 17, 18, 19, oh, and the next one is 20. That's not a T number, so I'm not going to put that. I'm going to stop right there. Okay, I'll give you a second. If you need more time to finish writing your T numbers, go ahead and push pause. All right. Now look at your T numbers. Do you see something that's the same with every single one of them? Something that's the same with every single T number. What is it? If you said that they all have 110, you're right. Now, take a pencil, if you're using paper, take a marker if you're using a dry erase board, and let's go ahead and underline the 10. Find the 10 on each one. It should be the first number. Okay, so in the number 10, it's the 1. Number 11, it's the first one. Number 12, it's the 1. Number 13, it's the 1. Number 14, it's the 1. Number 15, it's the 1. Number 16, it's the 1. Number 17, it's the 1. Number 18, it's the, and number 19, you got it. They all have a 1. And what does that 1 represent? What does it mean? That 1 represents one group of 10. Do you remember our 10 frame? It was all filled in. Do you remember our 10 rod with the base 10 model? There was one 10 rod with the different T numbers that we showed. Do you remember the group of 10 circles that were in a group? They stayed in that group. The only thing that changed with that drawing with 10 circles is I added little bitty circles outside of that big group. So one group of 10 stays with all of these numbers. The only thing that's changing is the ones place. Let's look at the ones place. Now the ones place is the part of the number that is not underlined. Okay, so I want you to touch that part on your board with me. If you want to just watch and say it with me, that's fine too. Okay, so I'm going to start with 0. Okay, 0 is where we're beginning. Now let's go to the next number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The ones place is changing, and each time it changes to the next number higher, right? The number in the ones place increases by 1. It's like someone says, okay, you have 10 plus 1, 11 plus 1, 12 plus 1, 13 plus 1, 14 plus 1, 15 plus 1, all the way till you get to 19. Now remember I said the next number after 19 is 20. Now 20 is not a T number because 20 begins with 2 and then it has 0. The 2 shows it has 2 groups of 10. Now that's not a T number. A T number has to have one group of 10 and some more ones. That's what makes it a T number. It is a group of 10 and some more ones, okay, or some ones with it. So we did some practice with these numbers up here. Now I'm going to take number 17. Now number 17, I'm going to use a 10 frame again. And you can do this as well. If you have a board or pencil nearby, go ahead and show it with me. Okay, so you have a 10 frame. I'm going to show 17. So in my 10 frame, I get to fill it in. Okay, this is going to have 10 spots. This is going to stand for my group of 110. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my one group of 10. Now my ones. They're not going to fit up here. Okay, I just colored that in. They're not going to fit up here because all the spots are taken in my 10 frame. So I have to go outside of my 10 frame to show my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, hold on a second. I'm really kind of sloppy. Let me do that over. And you know, I started drawing these because I knew that the number 17 has 7 ones. You could see the number 7 here. That's what I'm drawing right now, in case you were confused. Okay, so I have 7 ones I'm drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have a group of 10, right? And some ones. Okay, that makes the number 17. Now there's the way, we can say this in the say 10 way. When we do this in the say 10 way, we say 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10, 6, 10, 7. Okay, 10, 7 is the same as 17. But when we say it in the say 10 way, it points out the fact that we have a 10, 1 10, and some more ones. And it tells exactly how many more ones. 7 ones. Great. If you need more practice, practice with the other teen numbers. Okay? Find a piece of paper and a pencil, a whiteboard and dry erase marker, or replay this video and watch again. And as you watch again, make sure you are counting with me. You are answering how many before I do, okay? All right, keep on practicing. Thank you for joining me.